Hi everybody, welcome back to the Kirsty Meakin Channel. We have Andrea in. She is, oh, I was a bit, sorry. Got the foil ready. We've got Andrea in. She is having I was wanting to say like some kind of surgery, but she's not. It's just me doing nails, Doc. She's having a soak off. Now, if those of you that watch us regularly will know Andrea very well, I'm sure by now, or you know her hands and her nails. So Andrea has got on a overlay, so an acrylic overlay on her nails. All I've done at the minute is taken off the stones. So I've clipped all those off. So what we're going to do in this video is remove the acrylic and assess the natural nail. So Andrea's been growing her nails now for... oh gosh, a good while.
Yeah, about 6 months.
Yeah, I think it probably is, yeah.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So these are all Andrea's nails under here. This is Andrea's nail. So it's quite exciting. I feel like we're rebirthing the natural nail because obviously they're covered at the minute and the acrylic that's on top of them has allowed the nails to grow, which is great. So some people who want to grow their own nails and then potentially have like gel polish on and maybe a little builder gel on there, then this is putting a coat of acrylic on there is the perfect way, in my opinion. But we're going to assess what the nails are like underneath. So let's go through the process. So the first thing I'm going to do is reduce all this bulk. So we're going to reduce the bulk. We're not going to completely e-file every little bit of acrylic off the nail. That's not what we're going to do. But we are going to use the debulk bit, which is going to debulk the nail. We're going to remove around 80%, 75 to 80% of the product that's on top of the natural nail. So that's the first thing that you want to do. The debulk bit, as you can see, has got loads of teeth on it. So it'll really eat into the product and it'll make it quite quick. Obviously, the quicker it is, better for you, better for the client. So I'm going to we're going on about 18 and I want to see how it feels because on top of here, let me just get my extractor, sorry. So I'm going to pull down. Can you see how that bit just really eats through the product? So it's really important though to make sure you don't remove all the product and hit the natural nail. So it's something that you really need to keep your eye on. It's very easy to make a mistake because if you start to put pressure with the bit onto the nail, then this is when you're going to eat away far too much product. Yeah, you want to let the electric file do the job for you. So this bit as well also has, it's like a 5-in-1, 3-in-1, some people call them. So as the teeth go up, they get more abrasive. So these are smaller teeth, and as we go up, they are larger teeth. So if you want to come around the cuticle area, we're going to use these smaller teeth. We don't want to use the larger ones. Not only will it be more difficult, but it will remove too much product and we're very close to the natural nail and we might hit the natural nail and then bye-bye natural nail. That's not what we want. So we want to make sure we are really controlled with this bit, so we use the right areas of this bit. So it's a fantastic bit because it does so many different things. So like I said, we're going to use the tip, and it's a rounded tip so you don't cut. So we're literally going to go round. You've got to keep moving. Make sure you're not, in the same place for too long. Because if you do that, then you're going to create friction, you're going to create heat. It's going to be uncomfortable for your client. So we're going to come down. You can see the difference between product and we can start to see the colour of that natural nail coming through. Another thing to do is if you turn the hand over, you can kind of see how thick the product sits on top of the nail. Let me get you right this way. There. So you can see how thick it is. So I don't really want to go any thinner than that, because we don't want to hit the natural nail. We just want to reduce the bulk. And we've obviously got gel polish on top of this, which was a video we did creating a baby boomer nail with gel polish. If you want to check out that video, we'll link that in the description box. I don't know, it might appear somewhere like...
Top left.
Top left. Top left?
Yeah.
There? Sorry, let me put the extractor on. So we're going to do this on all the nails. So if you don't have an electric file, then to remove a lot of product, I would use a 100 grit file. I would not go any lower than that. I think it'd be far too aggressive. Make sure you take off the sharp edges off your 100 grit, normal hand file, because that will definitely cut your client. So if you want to be more delicate, make sure you use the very tip of the debulk bit. The debulk bit also comes with the cleaner brush as well. So a nice big fluffy brush, which is great for cleaning the dust from your electric file bits, but it's also good for cleaning the dust away from your client's cuticle area and underneath the nails. Sanding band, this is a medium grit sanding band. Turn this down to 3. I'm going to go over the natural nail here. That's fine. I'm just going to skip over that acrylic there. Just so it's abrased, like it's got little bits of demarcations in it, because you see it's quite smooth. And it has a bit of a sheen, a bit of a shine. If it is more abrased, you can use a hand file for this as well. You could just use, a 150 grit file. This is a 150 grit sanding band. And what it'll do is it'll make a difference to your soak off, because it will allow the acetone to penetrate. So as much as you think, oh, do I really have to do that? Well, if you want everything to happen a little bit quicker, then yes, it literally won't take you a minute. And it'll make a difference. Just doing that will make a big difference. So we've got some Lint Free Pads. Oh, where's my acetone? There. I've got the nail chemie acetone. This one smells like apple. And what we're going to do, we're going to take the pad, and depending how big the nail, you're going to make it the same size as the nail, because you don't want to just saturate this. And now actually, I witnessed somebody doing this. I'm not going to say who it is. I was in a salon having my hair done. They'll know who it is when they see it. But I told her, I was advising her. So she was soaking off nails, and she got the acetone, soaked it all, put it all around the finger, then wrapped it in foil. Now, I said to her, why don't you cut your pads so they're smaller? So you use less pads, you use less acetone, and you're not dehydrating the finger. Yeah? And it's something as simple as that that will reduce your cost down, and your client's going to be happy because they're not going to have a really dry, horrible finger. Because we only want enough pad.
The dry, horrible
finger.
Like a witch's finger.
Yeah. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
So yeah, just thought it's a simple thing.
Yeah, but they add up. Little
Yeah.
things add up, don't they?
So we're going to saturate that in acetone, pop it onto the nail, make sure it's covering the full length of the nail. Because a certain amount of the acetone will touch the skin, but you want to reduce it as much as you can. So yes, by making the pad a similar size to the nail, will save you pads, save you acetone, and save the skin. And we know Andrea's skin doesn't even like to be
Looked at.
the breath of angels could cut Andrea's skin. So
Delicate like me.
delicate, yes.
Like a little flower.
Yeah. So delicate. So yeah, it's just a little tip. We're gonna do this on all the nails, and when we wrap, we go around, we join together, and then we fold over like that, and then fold the end, just to contain the product. That one's a little bit smaller, so we'll use this one on the little finger. And you want to leave this for around 10 minutes, no longer. You want to check it at that 10-minute marker. But don't be like inclined to think, oh, we'll just leave it for like, what? I'm going to open this one out a little bit more. Oh, I'll just leave it on 5 minutes, it'll be all right. No, don't do that. You know, you want to get at least 10 minutes. So for those 10 minutes, you then want to utilise that time, whether it's you're prepping another client, or, you know, you're tidying up your desk, or making yourself a drink, Doc, because we don't drink enough as nail technicians, and we don't eat. Because the thing is, we work back to back in a salon and do not really leave much time to eat.
You should do, really.
I know, you've got to look after yourself. So we're going to leave those for...
Can we order a Domino's then, yeah?
I'm not sure Domino's will come in 10 minutes. However, the state of the pizza you just cremated in the oven, Adam, I think you do need, and you deserve a Domino's.
After that pizza. Oh.
So they are 10 minutes. Here we go. So 10 minutes has passed. We're going to have a look inside, see what treats we can find. So you can see, now this is EMA acrylic, not MMA acrylic. MMA acrylic is not good for nails. So you'll see how this comes off. It kind of rolls off. It's not like chewing gum. It breaks apart. It soaks off lovely. I'm supporting the natural nail as I'm just sort of rubbing this cuticle pusher down. I'm not scraping it off the nail. There's not a lot of pressure, but I need to support the natural nail because all the pH and everything has been dehydrated and everything is just a bit crazy. It'll absorb if there's any water and things like that. So don't forget to support that nail, right? So we're supporting that nail. We still got a little bit on there. So what I'm going to do is, you don't need to get a new piece. We're just going to rehydrate that pad straight on the nail, wrap it round and re-wrap. We're going to do this on all the nails, so we're going to check all of them. Again, supporting the nail with your finger underneath. And you can see it kind of like, it just kind of rolls off. They're all wrapped up again, and we're going to leave them just for 5 minutes now. Right, so we're going to unwrap. And you want to unwrap them in the order that you started in. Does that make sense? Because obviously this one's had longer. Because we started at this one first.
Yeah.
Whereas if we started the thumb was the last one.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have had as much time. That's all coming off now. Let me just clean this metal centre board with my Navy Tools hygiene system. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set up a file. We're going to put a 240 on one side and we're going to put a 150 on the other side. I'm going to get a buffer. Now this is just the replaceable buffers, and we're just going to use that as a bit of a platform to help us set up our file. So we're going to remove that backing paper and lay it straight down, stick it on, turn it over. Putting a 240 grit on one side so I can go over the natural nail. And then a 150 on the other side so it can help me if I need to do any shaping and things like that. Old file, take off the edges so they're not sharp. And then you're good to go. So we're going to use that 240 grit file just to skip over, because there'll be a very thin layer of acrylic left on, and you can kind of feel it through the file. It's like a little bit rubbery. Going to set up a buffer as well. I'm just going to buff over. So any little bits that are left on the natural nail, use your 240 grit file. You could use your sanding band, but I like the precision of using my 240 grit file over the nail. God, it's long, that is. Isn't it? But it feels very thin at the moment. Now, as you do each one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some cuticle oil on, just so that softens the cuticle, and also we can rehydrate that natural nail. So we can do that after every one. Your client will love you for that as well, because they'll be at this point thinking, God, they're so dry and look messy, and as soon as you put that oil on, it looks even better as well.
Especially because you haven't dehydrated the finger.
Yeah. This one's a little bit more stubborn. Let's just go over with the 240 grit file and see how much flakes away. Now, what is very difficult, it's very difficult to maintain natural nails that are this long or even longer without protection. So you see all these like ladies that do like world championships of longest nails in the world, where they're like this and they're all curled over.
Ew.
Now, yeah, they're natural nails, but they have on top of their natural nails, they have acrylic.
Really?
Do
Yes.
they?
Yes.
What? So it grows like that?
So it grows that long, because there's
Right.
no way you can sustain, or
Well,
maintain.
maybe Guinness Book of Records, that
Yes.
dude who's got like the longest nails ever.
They have something
And
on
they
them.
just curl and curl and curl.
Yeah, they have like some have acrylic on, some of them have a gel on too.
Because they're short, the weighted.
The weight would break it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd break it,
yeah.
wouldn't it?
Imagine all that.
Yeah.
Look
amount.
at that.
Yeah. Did that one have a snap in it by any chance?
Oh, I don't know.
And we repaired it,
Oh, I don't know.
because that is a complete clean break.
That really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the one that was broke ages ago. So that's how much it's grown. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Broke it down there.
It was quite low, wasn't it? It got
Yeah.
a split, and we put more acrylic on it to replace it. Yeah, so that's how it. Because look, there's quite a bit of nail still on
Yeah.
there, isn't there?
Oh.
Sorry. By the powers of acrylic, we will make it long again.
Yes, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, because you've not got massive nail beds, have you? You know, you've got little nail beds. You've got little fingers, I think. Little hands. So, if you've had your nails on and you want to take them off, this is a good little tutorial. However, I would recommend that you go back to the salon that you had them done at and have them removed. Don't get me wrong, if you're stuck indoors or you know, can't get in the salon, or you've got COVID and you can't go anywhere and you need them off, then I suppose this is a good tutorial. It's a desperate measure. Wow. Look at them. They're enormous. So, this is the thing I don't like about natural nails.
Yeah.
They're never like one uniform colour, are they? Do you know what I mean?
What do you think? What's the reasoning behind
I
that?
haven't got a clue.
Is it like if it knocks?
Yeah, if you knock them, they go like a white.
While it's grown, does it like so? If it's knocked while it's grown, does it keep a certain colour?
You used to say it was to do with the calcium, didn't it?
Yeah,
But
that's
I
a load of
don't-
rubbish.
Yeah. But that's what people used to say,
They
wasn't it?
did used to say that, but yeah, it's if it gets knocked. But what I do, I like the fact that I can see all the lines of the nail. Because as the nail grows, it's actually formed in little tiny lines. And sometimes you can even feel the lines underneath the nail. What I want you to do now, very carefully, I want you to wash your hands, but very carefully.
Okay.
Yeah, and dry them.
Okay.
I want you clean underneath them and everything.
Yeah, okay.
Just make them as clean as you can, but very carefully.
Okay, very carefully.
And I will show you what they look like. The reason I'm getting Andrea to do that is because I want her, because it's her hands, she can really clean underneath and everything like that and just get them all nice and tidy. Plus, I want to take the oil off as well, the excess of oil. I want to see what they would be like if she just had her own nails and she was just washing her hands and everything was just like, you know, normal day-to-day stuff. And we'll just let them settle, because the natural nail will absorb water. So as she's washing her hands, it will absorb some water. So we're going to give it at least 5 minutes to settle. Then we'll see how strong they are without any protection. So this is how they are at the moment. What I want to show you is, if we look at the side view, especially look at this one, side view, can you see how it's a very strange shape? It's not just straight, because this side kicks up here. So you see how it kicks up there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then as we roll it, can you see how the other side is actually lower? Now the finger's straight now. Let's turn this hand over so we can see this side. Hold on, right there. So that side seems to have quite a strong side, see? And we have to really twist the finger before we see the other side. And that is because, let's look at this nail down the top. Look at the shape of the nail. Can you see how this part jumps out and it goes super flat? And it almost curves down on one side. That's why it looks super flat there at the minute. See that straight line? But as we go down, can you see how this side has more nail and this side has like a gap? So we've got a nice C curve there, but as we roll, can you see how the nail grows twisted? Because this is missing. And if I move that to the side, keep my finger there so you know which bit it is. It's that bit that has that bit that's missing. And that's because the nail itself is twisting. Can you see how this side drops here? Can you see? Here it drops. This bit sticks up. So it actually twists like this and grows. It twists like this, yeah? So I'll exaggerate that twist, that's what it's doing, and it'll keep twisting as it grows. So that's one thing that you'll come into trouble with. And this these two do it as well. This one does it a little bit more so. Sorry, hand won't go that way. Can you see? See the twist? How it drops down this side more. Yeah. So then it's very difficult to then get two sides that are the same. Like this side's nice, but that side, I'll show you on this one. Can you see how we've got, it sort of kicks up here. Let's turn it over. That one comes out straight. There's a tiny bit missing there. That comes out straight, it doesn't really kick up. This side, can you see, comes up, and that's because it is twisting as it grows like this. See how this side's lower. This one does it a little bit, but not massively. Can you see how that side's lower like that? This one, can't really see much on it, it's got a nice curve though. Thumb really drops. Can you see how it's dropping here? Because we can see this part of the natural apex, and it really drops this side. Let's look at the side view. So you can see it kind of scoops up then down. Yeah? And if we roll, you can see the other side of the nail. Let's show you the other side. I'm just breaking Andrea's fingers just to get these shots for you. I appreciate it, Andrea. And that one's a little bit straighter, a little bit missing there, but it's a lot straighter. And if you look, it definitely is twisting this way, yeah? So the only way to rectify the nails and the fact that they twist is by adding product to support them. And what we can do is pinch the nail to counteract that twist, yeah? So that's if somebody really wants to keep their natural nails. I would definitely put product on, give it a bit of a twist and sort of try to counteract the twist so it straightens it up. But look at this. This one, because of how it grows and how it twists, is so unstable. And we actually can fold this nail to the point where it is stable. So here, it's quite strong. But this part, where we've got a lot of twisting, it's even more unstable. This one, as we see, we bend it like this. You see those parts that jump out just here? It's bending up until the point where it's really strong and stable. So this is strong here, and it feels a little bit strong here, but we are quite soft here, and that's because of the shape, the twisting. You've got no side walls to protect at the side here because of the shape of the nail. If it was square, it might be a little bit stronger, but it'd be even more twisted. Again here, press, and it's wanting to support here, so this is quite strong, but it's collapsing here. And I'm putting equal pressure. It doesn't want to bend, it's really strong through this part. This bit, strong. That is a strong nail. I'm having to really press, as you can tell, because I'm turning the nail bed white. I'm having to really press on that. Let's look at the thumb. And can you see how that's, if you look at the overhead camera, you might be able to see how wonky it is. It's starting to grow this way. It's growing this way and twisting this way. So again, it's kicking out here. So if you've got a client with nails like this, they want to save the nails, yes, you could put some hard gel on, or you could put acrylic on, give them a pinch, preserve the nail. Now, to me, I would cut them off and I would start again because of the shape, because it's creating a problem. And if you're a bit of a perfectionist and you've got a bit of OCD when it comes to nails, it's really going to affect you Client might not care or know the difference. And some clients do just keep having fill upon fill upon fill upon fill, regardless of the shape of the nail. But we want to make these nice and slender. Obviously, we stuck with this shape. We could go short and square. We know they'd all be strong. So if we cut them all down to here, because all of them are strong to this point, we could go short and square. They're quite a nice nail though, nice length. You have a nice little French on there, they look lovely. I know Andrea would not be happy with that. She won't. She just wants no short French nails. No. But that is something you could do. But it's about analysing those natural nails and seeing if it's worth your time correcting everything, or you're better off with a blank canvas, cutting them down, putting a sculpting form on or a tip and starting from fresh. That is what I'd do. Or I'd cut them short. So yeah, there you are. Cutting them short then?
Yeah, cut them short.
Completely off.
Yeah. Get them gone.
Get them gone. So we're going to do a full set on these. You'll able to check that out in another video. But I hope that's been really useful to you, because we don't do a lot of soak off videos, but it is something that's so vital. We do all these videos, don't we, showing you how to create these beautiful nails, but what do you do when you want them off? Exactly, you need to know. So there you are, and now you do. Everything I've used today will be listed below. Don't forget to check us out in the next video. Please keep watching. I love you all, and I will see you later. Ta-ra, Doc.